What's up, YouTube? My name is Gil. I'm from North Hollywood. I used to be a gangbanger from North Hollywood Boys. I'm here to start up a new forum, trying to get other cats like me who've been through it, but now we're living a fucking, I guess, next to regular life as we possibly can for the shit we've been through. Um, I'll give you a little brief history of who I am in a minute. Give me a second. For visuals, sometimes you just gotta do it. Hey, Mr. Walters, that's my Walter Reed junior high fucking coach, Donkey Squad. That's part of my hood. So, like I said, I used to be a gangbanger in the late '80s through all the '90s, and I'll give you a little brief history of my hood right now. It was uh, it was started originally in '81. Let's say it wasn't a certified gang yet, but in '81, that's when the OG homies got together and they used to play football. They used to play football against all kind of LA teams and teams in the Valley, and they used to be called the Bloomfield Boys, um, because they all originally kind of grew up around that block. uh, as years moved on, people started moving out, and now we had people in different parts of North Hollywood. They didn't move too far; they just moved out to different parts of North Hollywood. Um, there was a not beef, but a little interaction between the fellas, and they said they didn't want to be called Bluefield Boys anymore, So they had a game between the homies, and I want to say one of the hoods I was gonna call was gonna be Murrieta Boys or North Hollywood Boys, and there was one lone guy that wanted Violent Boys, and Violent because Violent runs all the way up from Sun Valley all the way to Ventura Boulevard, pretty much. The only funny part about that is that Violent Boys now, a set eventually became Violent Boys, is one of our, let's say, fucking arch rivals. Anyhow, the boys were fucking born. Um, Around '84, they they became North Hollywood Boys, and the few that I can just name off the top of the head would be Grande, would be Indio, would be Rat, my cuñado. I want to say George. I want to say Gogo, Speedy. Um, Abe used to play there all the time as well. Um, those are the ones that I remember as far as now. So after '84, they became the boys, and then they started getting banged on. They were still a football team technically, but guys that they would play with, people get drunk and start having fucking feelings and testosterone. You fight, you're at a football game, you start fighting. So people start saying, "Fuck those guys. Fuck who are they? They're North Hollywood Boys." And boom, the hood was made. Um, I I first heard of my neighborhood in 1984, so that was probably around the time that it was just starting. It was over by Oxnard Street School, and I um I eventually joined or got initiated, got jumped in to my neighborhood in 1989. I was at Walter Reed Junior High School, the Donkey Squad. All the homies, the old school homies, they were part of the Donkey Squad. It was fucking PE teacher's fucking donkeys that he fucking liked or didn't like. I don't know. Anyhow, uh, in '89, I joined the gang. Um, I was I was a young guy, didn't know any better, uh, didn't really play any sports, was fairly new to the country, uh, had nothing really going for myself, I can say, or I thought I did. That's just the mentality I was at. Um, my mom's was a cocaine dealer. I I kind of I kind of hinted and thought like around 11 years old because I would see certain traffic coming out of my path, and I think around 14 I finally figured out when the cops raided us. Um, so that was a trip on itself. When my mom found out I was a gang member, it kind of blew my mind a bit. I had just got kicked out of Reed. I ended up going to Madison Junior High, and in Madison, I was getting into all kind of fights as well. Um, the principal called my mom in, tells her, I don't know if you know, man, but your son's a gang member. My mom kind of looked at me, didn't really, there was no expression. I was still trying to figure out, fuck, she's gonna fuck me up. She's gonna talk all kind of shit. You know, it's gonna be all fucked up right now. Her, I'm sitting there, you know, mom's going not back and forth, but listening to the principal. Are you sure? Yes, ma'am. This, and that. Excuse me. We get out. We get out in the car. It's me, my mom, and Cuco, my mom's husband. Rest in peace. We're driving off. I can still remember it very very clearly, and my heart's just. I'm gonna say I'm 14, 15. Turns to me in the car. Tells me, "Is this true? Are you from a gang?" And I look at her and I'm like, you know, you taught me to be strong. You taught me to be straight up to you. I'm like, yeah. She tells me, good. You got some backup. At least you got some backup. That's about as far as my conversation went with my mom regarding gangs. After that, I was a full-blown gang member. I would say I didn't turn into a gangbanger until one incident I think kind of changed it for me. I'm walking. I want to say I'm 15 years old, and at this time I'm still thinking my hood's the biggest, the baddest, and nobody can fuck with us. So that's what all young gang members fucking believe. Until a pack of four fools and I want to say it was a Cutlass, like a 86, 87. So they got out. They were more like around the 19, 21-year-olds. They were like a couple suckers out of high school, and a couple fools that ain't been in high school in a couple years. They run up on me, hit me up. Where I'm from, I said from Hollywood. They just start fucking me up. I'm on the ground. They get off me real quick. Now where you from? I said, from the boys. And then that's when I felt it. The guy got a chain, wrapped it across my face, bang, busted out my two front teeth. I was scared shitless, brother. I jumped up, started running, fucking hopping fences until some fucking white people came out. And goddamn it, I was like, Jesus. They left, and I was left with my first real fucking real lesson on how this game works. And little by little, I found a way to finally buy me a strap. You know, I think by the time I was I don't know, 15 some change, maybe 16 for sure. By the time I was 16, wherever I went, brother, I was strapped. You know, because that was the last time I'm getting caught slipping like that. In that strap, or who knows what strap, ended up catching a case in October 19th, 1991. I got busted for assault with a deadly weapon on a police officer, and then that got dropped. That was like at 9 o'clock at night, and ended up arresting me for some other shit, assault with a deadly weapon on some gang members that the police officers were there interviewing at the time that they got shot at night. I got 8 1/4 years in YA. I think what kind of led me to go in that route was the guidance was not there whatsoever. It was more of a dope dealer. It was more of a you gotta be tough. That was my guidance as a youth from which is my mom's though. Her husband Cuco, which Cuco's my boy, dude. I love Cuco. Cuco got killed in 91 as well. He got killed in 91 over like $5,000 for a dope deal gone wrong or some bullshit like that. All right. And in 90, my first homie got killed. My homie Whisper. I want to say he was 19. I was like 15. He got shot in the projects. It was where that movie Set It Off was made. It's on the Victory Projects. He got shot in the neck once, the chest twice, or the neck twice, chest once. One of those two, point blank. And that made that hood reality that much stronger. And it was two routes you're gonna take. Either you're gonna be a little more cautious, or you're gonna be a little more dangerous. And at that point, I chose to be a little more dangerous. I chose to I'm gonna grab the strap and I'm gonna bang. And that lasted for many years for me. I turned into a gangbanger. You know, I got busted in '91. I went to YA. And what people need to understand about the Youth Authority back then was nothing more than a prison for minors. That's just bottom line, best way to put it. And anybody who's been there will tell you, yeah, he's right. It's just a prison for minors. It's just a place where you get your game, where you learn your hustle, where you learn your trade that much better. And that trade in YA back then was just banging, dude. I mean, if you think of it, you know, some people say, oh, North Hollywood ain't that tough, or this area is not that tough, it ain't South Central, it ain't Compton, it ain't Watson. Yeah, it's not, brother. It's not. But don't think for 1 second back then you ain't gonna get busted on. Don't think for 1 second back then that just because you're coming out here from a different hood, that fools ain't got straps and fools ain't gonna light you up. That's one thing. Number two, and most importantly, when you're in YA, pretty much what they're doing is you're getting all the gang bangers from every single hood. I mean, all the cream of the crop gang bangers. Because if you were banging in the 90s, you're going to jail. Anybody who tells you, oh no, I was just lucky, oh no, I did this and that. No, listen, brother, listen. I'm going to tell you guys straight up. In LA, if you were gang banging in the 90s, you're going to jail, bro. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no, oh, I got lucky. No. You banging in the 90s, you're either going to joint or you're going to YA. Only difference back then is you really didn't do too much time. And it was true. You did a murder in YA, you're doing fucking 6-8 years, dude, and you're gone. You know? Cats get attempted murder, you get like 4 or 5 years. Nowadays, they're breaking you off life, brother. It's a different world. It's a different world. Well, after I did 2 years the first time. I got out, came out, and it was the same old shit, you know. But this time I'm a little bit rougher. I'm a little bit tougher. I'm banging. I get busted with a Tech 9. I go back in, I do 2 more years. 96 comes out. By the time I came out 96, I was a cold-hearted motherfucker, dude. I was a cold-hearted gangbanger, brother. The only thing that mattered to me in my mind was the hood and nothing but the hood. I, for a very long time, believed that I was just gonna go to prison for the rest of my life, and that was it. That's all life has to hold for me. I thought pretty much fuck my life, so fuck yours. And that's either if you're from my hood or not from my hood. I was that cat banging in your hood, dude. I was that. If you're from my neighborhood and we're enemies, either you're gonna have to bang on me or I'm banging on you, dude. And it was it was a very serious time. The 90s were like a bull market. The stocks were just so high and beyond, and it was the highest you'll ever see. There was gang members everywhere. I mean, right here in North Hollywood. Here's what we call in LA probably the north side. Not even probably, it is the north side. We got us, got the boys. We got Clanton the 4th. We got north side 18. We got north side MS. You got the locals. You got alley locals. You got Milan boys. You got Radford Street. and then you go up to other streets. You got Barrio Van Nuys, and you got Pacas, and you got some. You know, you just got hood after hood after hood, dude. And back in the '90s, brother, everywhere you went in the hood, there's people there, and there was food banging on you, or you banging on them. So if you wanted some action, you would definitely get it. I eventually, I want to say it was 97. I got popped. They raided my house for for coke. The only the only fucked up thing was it wasn't for me. It was for my mom. She comes in my room. She tells me, "Hey, you got any guns? Get the fuck out the house." I'm like, "Oh shit!" I looked at my homeboy Rascal, rest in peace, and my homeboy Chito. Hey fool, get the straps, get the bags. We have bags of bullets. We go out. We go to the bottom of the parking lot. I ask my homeboy, "Hey, did you get that 9?" He's like, "Fuck, I left it up there." I go back up there. I grab this shit from my closet. I'm running downstairs. As soon as I come out, I see 2 undercovers. Bam. Some freeze. So what I do, homeboy? I got a bag full of bullets and I got a couple guns. I do this, homeboy. I freeze. I freeze, brother. They took me in, and I did another 2 years. But those 2 years were probably the longest and shortest. The longest because I knew I was gonna come out here and I was gonna go back to jail. I don't give a fuck what nobody told me. I don't give a fuck how much more time they gave me. All I know is that I had 2 years left to max out a YA, brother. I was like, man, I could be in the joint. I want to say most of the homies that I ran with in '96, it didn't turn out too good for him. You got my homeboy Sinbad got deported. You got my homeboy Rascal, rest in peace. You got my homeboy Duende, rest in peace. You got my homeboy Chico, deported. And even homies before that, like Chubbs, rest in peace. Chongo, rest in peace. Pirate, rest in peace. And there was just some others that I don't even know. Oh no. Weasel, rest in peace. And it's when I say not Weasel, of course, Weasel's the old school cat. Others that I don't even know because I never met. And also once you get a little bit older and all that, it just doesn't hurt as much. That pain of losing someone, it doesn't. The only time that pain is when somebody close to you, and most people don't ever get to see that. Most people just see their homie get killed or die, and you know what? It hurts for all of fucking 5-10 minutes. After that, the party goes on, brother, and that's the unfortunate part. Everybody thinks that if you kill somebody or this and that, as your homie, you throw a little beer and everything's good, and it's not, brother. Life is such a short fucking ride. All right, life is such a short fucking ride. I figured that out, and I came out like in I want to say '99. I maxed out in 2000, and that's it, man. I didn't walk away from my neighborhood. I will always be from Hollywood. I walked away from the gang part of it. I still help homies out that are fucking living that lifestyle. I live 1 main street away from the heart of my hood, but I'm here as a beacon to my neighborhood to show you that it doesn't have to be that way. It just doesn't. We sell ourselves short. We fight for something that we no longer need to fight for. When we first came to this country, we were all immigrants. I mean, everybody. Gangs is something that's made here in the USA like fucking apple pie. There was no gangs in Central America. There was no gangs in Mexico until we started exporting it. And what happened over there? You got people who are even poorer than us looking at these guys and thinking the same shit I thought. Damn, these fools are cool as fuck. They know what's going on. Look, nobody else got shit. These guys have it going on. Estos vatos están chingones. But they don't know. Estos vatos están quebrados and fucking just fucked up just like us. And that's what that lifestyle's gonna get you, dude. That lifestyle's gonna get you broke, doping down. You're gonna get a bad habit. And like a frog from fucking Color said, man, there's no future in it, Holmes. And the sooner we realize that as a people, the better off we'll be. It's so unfortunate that we're killing each other for something that was fights from years ago, and it was some petty ass shit. It was some petty ass shit, brother. And that's all these gang fights. I don't give a fuck what hood you're from. I don't give a fuck how long you've been around. All these hoods set fights over some petty ass shit. It's over a bitch. Over two cats who can't take a fucking ass kicking. It's like, you know, we're in the future. Let's press the reset button and start from scratch, brother. You know? Right now we have the technology where if somebody's whooping shit, you know what? We'll put them in gang fights. We'll put a ring up and we'll slang it, you know? It's just gotten silly, but people don't realize the price you pay. And I'm not talking about money wise. I'm talking about life wise, guys. I'm 43 years old. I'm looking forward to maybe 20 years plus. Anything over 20 is a plus, you know. And once you turn 40, it's like 100,000 miles. This is for adults. Once you turn 50, that's like 150,000. 60, you're at 200,000 miles. Your engine can blow up any time. Young people, you don't understand that because you think you're gonna live forever, and you got some shitty news coming. Anyhow, life is so short, brother. I got so many homies apart from that that passed away from my era that are in prison, and their lives are done, dude. They're in a not even this big. They're imagine a wall over here and a wall by that door. Bang, homeboy, and that's it, brother. That's you, 23 and 1, carnal. That's living the gangster dream right there, homeboy. You're in an 8x12 fucking concrete cell, having somebody tell you what the fuck to do. And what a lot of gang members, convicts, criminals, whatever the fuck you want to call yourselves, what you have to realize is a lot of times you guys get out here as you think I don't give a fuck, I'm gonna do this and that. Nah, brother, you gotta follow the rules out here. Just like when you go to the joint and they say, hey brother, here's the reglas, here's the rules, what you do to fucking program. The same shit out here, brother. But you know what? The pay out here is so much greater than in there. And there is just it's just heartache, brother. You know. But on the topic also, like when you're in jail, if you're not drawing, if you're not tattooing, if you're not slanging dope, if you're not hustling, you ain't eating. You eating that fucking shitty state food, homeboy. Straight up. It's the same thing out here in the real world, guys. If you ain't hustling, you ain't eating. And when I say hustling, I don't mean fucking breaking in some shit, stealing some stuff, going stealing phones, robbery. That ain't hustle. That ain't a hustle. That's a quick way to get you back into that 8x12 cell. Like this. They'll make room for you. One thing, don't forget, they will make room for you. You're big money. You're big money. But you're also the sucker putting yourself in there. While we're on that topic of police and doing stupid shit, what's up with all these police shootings, man? And I don't mean that in the way you think. I'm talking about what's up with you cats getting caught up with a gun, and instead of just fucking freezing, you act the fool and you get shot. If you're a criminal, if you're a gangbanger, if you're a thug, if you whatever the fuck you want to call yourself, a hustler, and you got a strap, and the cops telling you to stop, and you running, and you acting a fool. I don't know how it works in any other part of the country. Here in LA, you're gonna get shot, homeboy. You're gonna get shot because you know why? Because that cop wants to get back to his family. And I don't blame him. You know, so when it comes to that kind of stuff, fuck, dude. It's like it's unfortunate that we as a people don't know how good we have it out here. And when I say out here, I mean in the United States. Yeah, there's fucking racism, there's this, there's that, but that's everywhere in every country you go to, man. Here, it's not as much. And here, at least, we have a choice. We can vote, we can do this, but most people that talk all that shit and complain, they don't vote. I talk to people all day long, talking shit about Trump, talking shit. I said, you vote? Oh, well, no. Well, then I don't want to hear you. If you want your voice to be heard, if you want to make a difference as far as politics go, vote. If not, I'm sorry to say, shut the fuck up. I think that's about right for the first one. If you guys give me some feedback, I'd love it. If you can email me, somebody wants to get at me, that'd be great. Let me know. Late.